Welcome to the channel. This is Neeraj Pandey. Today we are going to discuss about exams. Okay, why exams, offline, online, or what is the best mode? Okay, of late we are finding a lot of people, especially some social influencer, had a ruckus at Mumbai. So today's discussion will be in four parts. The very first part that I will be talking to you is about exams, objectives of exams, especially theory exams. And then, after objectives, we'll be understanding the pros and cons of offline and online exams. And then we'll be coming to the conclusion. And at the end, there will be a message to the students and the parents. So, without wasting time, let us start. What is basically the objectives of writing an exam or giving any exam? Okay, since we are talking about 10th standard and 12th standard, not beyond that, since we're talking about the age group of 13 to 19, we call it as teenagers, these students. So the objective of you giving exam, especially theory exam, is very simple, to test what knowledge you have or how you apply that knowledge. Okay, if you see the curriculum, you are tested on certain things. There are three types of skills that is what is going to be tested to you. One is the literacy skill, the life skill, the knowledge skill. These are the skills, or surviving skills are also part of that. So in our system, in our syllabus, in our scope of studies, we have the theory part that we study, and how to use that, how to apply that in terms of sums, in terms of numericals, in terms of question answers, in terms of life-based questions or scenarios. This is how and why we are tested theoretically in the exam. So that is one of the very important objectives. There are other objectives also, but given a scenario and situation in the modern age, if you're taught something, how will you apply that in your day-to-day life? This is also one of the objective, and hence you are given to write about it. I know that most of you are giving exams in 7th, 8th, 9th standard and 10th standard. Some of you have already given the exams. This is how it is going to be tested. So objective is very clear. Whatever is taught to you, how you will apply that in day-to-day life. Okay, that is why the theory exams are there, the objective of theory exams. Now coming to what is the best mode? Like, people are saying we must have only online exams. Some of the students, I heard saying that because we were taught online, so we must have only online exams. See, it is not about the choice, it is about the compulsion. We were taught online because we never had the vaccination, we were not aware, we were not known what kind of problems the disease COVID-19 can give us. So now we made vaccination. We have the vaccination for the age group of 12 to 18 and beyond. So it is important that at this point of time we analyze why or which exam must be conducted for you if you're in 10th and 12th standard, offline or online. So let's first analyze what are the pros and cons of both. If I focus on offline exams, so you'll find that there are a lot of cons in offline exams. You have traveling issues, you have to travel to the centers and etc. Or if you're lucky, your own school or college will be your center. It is a center dependent exam, means how or whatever is the center. If it is messy, you'll have issues. Because you need traveling and you need to go to a center, you need to carry hall tickets and etc. It is having some students get stressed, and of course environment matters. Where is that school, your center, that matters. So these are the what you call the cons. Plus there are many more, like it is the traditional way, the theory exams that we go to the center and give this traditional way. Question papers and OMR sheets must be transported at the time, and it must be preserved and kept in seclusion, in security, etc. etc. It is descriptive type exam. Administrative and operation cost is high because the school has to bear all that, or the board has to bear. So it will take a lot of administrative and operations cost. Leaks of question paper and safety and security of the students are concern in we're talking about offline exams. And during pandemic, it becomes more of a security concern if you're conducting an offline exams. So these are the cons that I spoke about. Okay, you can pause and listen again. You can repeat it. But again, I'll reiterate: traditional way, question papers and OMR sheets must be kept at the centers. Descriptive type exam, it is administrative and operating cost is high. Leaks of question papers, security and the safety of the students, especially during pandemic, is concerned. Traveling is required. Center dependent it is. Environment of the center is important. Stress can be there to some of the students. Okay, these are the cons of the offline exams. Compare this to the cons of online exams. You'll find that online exams are basically limited to MCQ, okay, or you have to just tick one answer. It cannot be descriptive type. All right. Operations cost, people say it is less, but think about the investment of your stable internet, your laptop, or you are required to give these exams on laptop. Basically on phone and etc., it is not that conducive still. Okay. And what other cons? You'll find the cons in online exams are less, but let's understand. The con number one that most of the parents are worried nowadays, when I speak with the parents, we come to know, is about cheating. There's no system, at least for 10th and 12th, where you can completely avoid cheating in the online exams. Unfair means most of the students can take advantage of that. Some students still do not have the knowledge of the equipment that they're using, computer, how to use it, what is the website, when to enter. It is time bound, so that becomes very difficult for some students at least. Let's not focus only on the metro students. Okay, let's not focus on the city students. Let's focus on the rural students also, and then we can arrive at a proper conclusion. Internet stable hona chahiye. Stable internet is very important, and which you'll find in the rural areas, or these suburban areas, some suburban areas, or even some areas which are satellite city, we call. It is very difficult to have a stable internet. Okay. So most important, the cons of online exam is the strain that it gives to your eyes. When I speak with the parents are concerned that looking at the screen, looking at the computer, my child has got eye problem, or we had to undergo certain treatment of the eyes. So that is the concern of online exam that we have to compare with the offline exam. Okay. Now, what are the pros? What are the good things about online exams? And then we'll come to the offline exam. Comfort of giving the exam. You can do that from your home. Okay. So some students feel that it is less stressful, whereas it is dependent. It is dependent from family to family, home to home, etc. Okay. They think that they get ample amount of time. It is again debatable topic. It is cost effective. Some students and parents say it is cost effective, but it all depends what resources you have. If you talk the same thing to the rural area student, you'll find it is not cost effective, because for giving exam they have to invest, okay, in a computer or from their home. Otherwise they have to go to a cyber cafe and do the exams. Again, if they go to cyber cafe, it is as good as giving exam at a center. Okay. Also, one of the very important aspect of your exams, that online exams, is that your answers, your solutions can be stored for a long time. At any time you can store it. Anytime you can retrieve it, not store it. आप retrieve कर सकते हो exam के score and etc. It is a very good advantage of online exams. Now compare that to the pros of the offline exams. The first one that I've heard a lot of parents talking about and children is competitive spirit. When they go to a center and they give exams, that feeling of giving exams at a center with other students is very good. Feeling of one being not alone, not left out, because the child is going to the center and sitting with other students and giving exams. That is a very good, feeling that some of the students definitely get. Okay. Personality development can also be attributed in some way. Not, you can always discuss about this, but a child is traveling, going with his or her peers and sitting in an exam, discussing before the exam, and coming out and discussing the paper, somehow develops them certain qualities and traits. Okay. Also, problem solving skills and planning is one such life skill that a child gets when he goes to the offline exam. You say, sir, how planning? See, a child has to travel to a center, he has to plan his timing and days, he has to plan his travel, and that makes him, for every exam, that is a good step, or the good habit, good attribute that the child gets. So these are comparing online and offline. You'll find that online exam has a little advantage over the offline exam in these pros and cons. But the thing is, let's not judge based on the pros and cons of offline online exam. Let's judge based on who the child is and what exam the child is going to give. Say, for example, when I'm a teenager, I'm giving a 10th standard board exam, CBSE or a state board, or I'm giving 12th standard board exams. Then in that case, there can be a debate wherein all subjective exams we can divide, especially for 12th standard students who are appearing in science. We can have subjective and objective exams. For all the competitive exams, we can go for objective type, considering that the unfair means is completely avoided. We already know that NEET exams are conducted online at a center. Again, it is online, but it is conducted at a center. Not, you cannot give that exam from your home. Okay, so we can make the provisions wherein the child can give competitive exams, because it is MCQ based, objective based. You have to just mark it there on the computer and you can give the exam. So competitive exams can be taken online in case of 12th standard and beyond, like CAT exams, common admission tests, CT entrance exams, and etc. IIT, JEE, NEET exams, JEE main and advanced. But when we talk about even JEE advanced exams, there are certain questions which are subjective based, where you're supposed to write. Even in IAS, the mains are conducted subjective. Why it is conducted subjective? Because when you write the exam subjectively, your thoughts, your concepts that you've learned comes out on paper. Okay, and that is where it is one of the very good attribute that a child must have, giving subjective. So subjective, what I'm trying to say is, subjective exams cannot go away, for a simple reason, because subjective exams even test your writing skills and your thoughts and your recalling abilities. Okay, wherein the objective exams have different objective, okay, of fulfilling. So you can always, a testing agency, India has made a testing agency called National Testing Agency. It can always separate the objective and subjective exams, because the objectives of these two exams are different. Okay, I hope you're not confused between objectives and subjectives. Objective means MCQ based, wherein you click one answer, ABCD, and you get the answer, right answer or wrong answer, and you are given marks based on that. Subjective, wherein pen and paper you're writing the exam. Okay, that is the difference. So conclusion is, I completely think, my opinion is that, as I already told you, the objective exams for entrance can be taken, and then you can have subjective exams based on preliminary round. Preliminary can be objective and then subjective, as it is already happening in IAS. But not IAS exams are not happening only on computer. Okay, or NEET exams, objective is happening on computer but at a center. So that can be arranged. As far as subjective tests are concerned, they can't be overlooked, because the objective of testing subjectively is different than testing objectively. Hence, my opinion is all subjective exams must be conducted on allotted centers with utmost precautions and care, right, and care at the present scenario, while all competitive exams which are objectives can be conducted online, taking care that no malpractices or no cheating happen. Okay, so these were the conclusions from my part, and the last fourth and the last part where I want to talk to students and parents as well, that if you're a teenager, you're in the age group of 13 to 18 years, okay, uh, and you want to be a strong pillar of the society and a good citizen of a country like ours, you require a level head, and a decision, your decision must be based on analytical thinking. Your brain must analyze, and then you should, take steps, not based on some rabble rouser or some so-called social influencer wherein they're calling you and you're just without even thinking going ahead. See, you're 21st century child or teenager, you must think about it. Okay, ultimately, whatever steps you're taking, is it right or not? So do not go based on what somebody is telling you, some social influencer or some rabble rouser. Think over it. Ask your parents, ask your teachers. They are the best to suggest you, and then take the steps. आज का the vlog that I'll be ending by saying simply कि कहने और दिखाओ पर मत जाओ, अपनी अकल लगाओ. Use your brains. You have analytical, level-head brain between your ears. Think over it, and then decide. It is not the debate of offline and online. It is a debate of what is needed and what is not needed in the 21st century. So I'll end this vlog. Today's vlog was a little longer. I hope you have come to the end. Next, we'll be also discussing about a new education policy that government has announced and what are the tips that we can take out of it. Okay. See you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you. Bye.